Esther chapter 8. By Yom Hahu, in that day, Natan HaMelech Ahasuerus leHesther HaMalakah. The king Ahasuerus gave to Esther the queen, at the Bet Haman, Thorer HaYehudim, the house of Haman, the troubler of the Yehudim. Mordecai baa lipnei HaMelech, ki higida Esther mahulah. And Mordecai came before the king, for Esther narrated who he was to her. Vayasar HaMelech et taba'ato, and the king removed his signet ring, Ater he'avir me Haman, which he caused to pass from Haman, Vayitnah le Mordecai, and he gave it to Mordecai. Watashem Esther et Mordecai ala Bet Haman, and Esther set Mordecai over the house of Haman. Watosep Esther, watdaber lipnei HaMelech, watipol lipnei Ragalai. And Esther added, and she worded before the king, and she fell before his feet. Watevek, watithanen lo leha'avir et ra'at Haman Hagagi et mahashabato ater hashab ala haYehudim. And she wept, and she besought him for grace or favor, to cause the evil of Haman the Agagi to pass on, and his plan which he planned against the Yehudim. Vayoshet HaMelech leHesther et Sharbit HaDhahab, and the king extended to Esther the golden scepter, the scepter of the gold. Wataqom Esther, and Esther stood, Wata'amud lipnei HaMelech, and she stood before the king. Watomer ima ala HaMelech tob, v'him matahti hen lepanai, v'kasher hadabar lipnei HaMelech, v'tobani be'enai. And she said, if according to the king it be good, and if I have found favor before his faces, and right is the word before the king, and good am I in his eyes, Yikateb lahathib et hasaparim mahashevet Haman ben Hamdata hagagi. Let be written to turn back the letters, the plan of Haman the son of Hammedatha the Agagi, ater katab lehabed et haYehudim, ater bekol medinot HaMelech, which he wrote to destroy the Yehudim, which are in all the provinces of the king. Ki ekaka ukal warahiti bara'a atrayimtah et ammi wehekaka ukal warahiti bohobadan moladati. For how am I able also to see in the evil which shall find my people, and how am I able also to see in the destruction of my kindred? Vayomer HaMelech Ahasuerus leHesther HaMalakah, Mordecai ha-Yehudi. And the king Ahasuerus spoke to Esther the queen and to Mordecai the Yehudi. Hinne bet Haman natati le'Esther v'hototalu al ha'esh al atrasha lahyado by Yehudim. Behold, the house of Haman I have given to Esther, and him they have hung upon the timber. On account of that he sent his hand against the Yehudim. وَهَتَّمْ كِتَبُوا عَلَى اليهوديم كَتُوبْ بَعِنِكَمْ بِشَمْ هَمَّلَكَ. And ye, write ye over to the Yehudim like the good in your eyes, in the name of the king. وَحِتَمُوا بِطَبَّعَةِ هَمَّلَكَ. And seal ye by the signet ring of the king. Ki kitab atar nikitab b'shem hamelech v'nahatom b'tabba'at hamelech en lahathib. Because the writing which is written in the name of the king and hath been sealed by the signet ring of the king, there is not to return or reverse. ويقاره صوفر هملك باعتها هي بحرث هثليثي هو حرث سيوان بثلوثا وعشرين بو ويكاتب ككل أترث ومردكاي إلها يهوديم وإلها هشدر بنيم وهباحوت وشر همدينوت أتر مهدو وعد كوش 27 مدينة ومدينة ككتابه وعام كل شونو وإلها يهوديم ككتابام وكل شونام. And the scribes of the king were called in that time in the 3rd month, which is the month Siwan, in the 23 in it. And it was written, like all which Mordecai commanded to the Yehudim and to the Ahashadarapanim and the governors and the princes of the provinces, which are from India or Hoddu, and as far as Cush, 27 and 100 provinces, a province and a province, like its writing, and a people like its tongue, and to the Yehudim like their writing and like their tongue. ويكتب باسم الملك أحشويروش ويحتم بطبعة الملك. And he wrote in the name of the king Ahasuerus, and he sealed by the signet ring of the king. ويشلح سفاريم بيد هراشيم بسوسيم ركبه هركش هاشترانيم بني هرماكيم. And he sent letters by the hand of the runners, by means of the horses, riders of the royal steeds, sons of the studs. أطر ناتن هملك ليهوديم أطر بكل عير وعير لهقاهل والعمود على النبشام لها شميد ولها روغ ولها بيد ات كل حل عام ومدينة هتقريم هوتام دف وناثيم وشلالام لابوز. That the king hath given to the Yehudim, which are in every city and city, to assemble and to stand for their soul, to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish any force or power or army of people and province, ones that are distressing them, little child and women, and their spoil to plunder. ביום אחד בכל המדינות המלך אחשוורוש. Upon one day in all the provinces of the king Ahasuerus, בתלות עשר לחודש, 12 hu חודש Adar. In the 13th to the 12th month, it is the month Adar. פתשגן הכתב להינתן דת בכל מדינה ומדינה, גלוי לכל העמים, ולהיות היהודים עתידים ליום הזה להינקם מאויביהם. A copy of the writing to be given as a law in every province and province, open to all the peoples, and for the Yehudim to be ready ones for that day, to avenge themselves from their enemies. Harashim rokbe harakesh ha'ahashtaranim yashu mavohalim udahopim bidbar hamelech. The runners, ones riding of the swift royal steeds, went out, hastened and driven on by the word of the king. Wahadat nitana b'shushan habira, and the decree or law was given in Shushan, the palace. Mordecai yashah milipne hamelech بلبوش ملكوت تخلت وحور وعترت ذهب جدولا وتخريخ بوست وهرغمان. And Mordecai went out before the faces of the king in clothing of the kingdom, blue and white cloth, and a crown of gold, a big crown of gold, and a robe of linen and purple. Waha'ir Shushan Thahala Washamecha, and the city of Shushan shouted and was glad. La Yehudim Hayatahora Washimcha, for the Yehudim was light and gladness, Washashon Wiqar, and joy and preciousness or honor. Ubekol medina umedina, ubekol ir makom atra devar hamelech wadato magi'. Shimcha washashon la Yehudim mishata v'yom tov ורבים מעמי הארץ מתייחדים, כי נפל פחד היהודים עליהם. And in every province and province, and in every city and city, each place where the word of the king and his law or decree reached, was joy and gladness for the Yehudim, a feast and a good day. And many from the peoples of the lands were making themselves Yehudim, because the dread of the Yehudim fell upon them.